Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac. I can't remember, I think we're due for an Isaac run. I might be mistaken, but I thought our last run was as Maggie. I think both of the last runs that I've done ended either on Blue Baby or on Isaac himself, so that's a pretty good, or I guess on Isaac or Blue Baby himself. Wait, no, I think I actually had the phrasing correct the first time, but this is a pretty good run of form. You know, beating the game is something that is as dependent on skill and knowledge as luck sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes, and I feel like if you can at least get to Isaac and Blue Baby, you've done at least a decent job, and I oftentimes do not do a decent job, but that's okay too. We're on an XL floor here. As Isaac, I will definitely be re-rolling Wiggle Worm, because that item is among my least favorite items in the game. Loki's Horns is also not fantastic, but sure, you know, we've purchased it, or, you know, picked it up, so we're gonna take it. And that's fine, and occasionally maybe this will save me from getting hit by a fly or something like that. I don't know, does it count as just a Tears upgrade as well, like in terms of the frequency of the shot? I certainly hope so, but I have my doubts. XL floor is always a little bit frustrating because we find ourselves bereft of keys and desperately in need of said keys in order to actually go to these item rooms. But that's okay. I always want to title these runs with Isaac. Like, sometimes I get messages and they're like, hey, Northernlion, did you know that Isaac 699... What's the matter? It couldn't be like 6,000. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, did you know that Isaac 699 is titled the same thing as Isaac 441? And I'm like, you know, I'm gonna pull back the veil a little bit. Those names, I watch the run, I come up with a word or two that would maybe be a good phrase, but for the Isaac runs, I always want to use Random Rules, which is a song by a band called the Silver Jews, who are excellent, but if I kept using that over and over, people would probably come to the conclusion that, I don't know, I was making some kind of religious crack, and I don't want to necessarily do that, but anyway. We're playing this slot machine specifically because it can give us keys. The Spirit Heart is fine. I'm going to pick it up just so I don't have to use a key to pick it up later. I'm tempted, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to use a bomb to blow up the slot machine, and it only gave us two pennies back, which is not really what I wanted, but it could have paid out with a key, so I still feel like we were relatively justified in going for it, so that's fine. So we didn't gain too much there. That Spirit Heart is basically meaningless, because if I get hit twice, it's gone forever, and I fully expect to get hit twice over the course of the rest of this floor. But I suppose that since we've already found our boss room, I actually shouldn't have gone to this room right off the bat. I should keep in mind that I'm playing as Isaac, so we'll go fight the first boss. We'll see if we want to reroll what he's got, and if we don't, then we'll go fight the second boss. We'll be able to reroll a deal with the devil, or the boss room item there if it's bad. We might get the crate, and then we'll have to do a little bit less anxiety-induced backtracking to see if there's more keys on the level. You get what I'm saying. Let's just fight our first boss here. We're gonna start by going up against Famine. Kind of like, I wouldn't necessarily say Famine is the ideal boss to fight on the first floor, but I really like getting an early orbital, and it takes some of the pressure off when you are Isaac, because you know that no matter how many times you reroll, you're not going to be able to change things. Although this is the exception to the rule, because if we wanted to reroll Cube of Meat, this is one of the few opportunities that we would have the opportunity to do so, because when you have an XL floor, the item pool for the boss rooms is based exclusively on the second boss's item pool. So if Famine was second, if we rerolled the first boss room, I think we would exclusively get Cubes of Meat. However, since Famine is first, we should have like a standard vanilla item pool, depending on what boss comes next. Obviously, if it's like the Fallen, then it'll be a deal with the Devil pool, but I kind of just like the Cube of Meat, but just in case it's the Fallen, it's not. I was gonna say, just in case it's the Fallen and we get a deal with the Devil item, then I'm gonna, you know, wait to reroll Cube of Meat. Turns out Cube of Meat wouldn't have saved jack shit for me on this fight anyway, so it's not like this is a major concern. I am very interested. Okay, I'm alive. Just hold the line. I'm very interested in not taking any more damage now, because I would very much like to earn a deal with the Devil. And that might change whether or not we accept the Cube of Meat as well. You know, one level of Cube of Meat is a totally fine item, and actually it's probably better than the baseline average. Oh god, I'm so scared. It's probably better than the baseline average of what you could expect to get from your average boss room, I think. You could debate that until the cows come home. Okay, holy shit, just don't die. This is such bad luck. Like, Gertie Jr., I would rather fight the Fallen than fight Gertie Jr. at this point, and, you know, we're gonna be rewarded for beating Gertie Jr. by getting, like, the shittiest pool of items, or just the standard pool of items. Same thing we'd get if we beat Larry Jr. So, you know, thank God we actually did pick up that Spirit Heart, otherwise we might have found ourselves in a terrible position. I'm okay taking a Cube of Meat, a little bit of extra defense. That was a piss-poor fight against Gertie Jr., and I apologize for it. It kiboshed our chances to get a deal with the Devil, but at the same time, good lord, Gertie Jr. is a tough fight to be dealing with this early on. So, I am going to try to suss out my item room as soon as possible so I can use the other rooms that remain as a, you know, an engine to drive more rerolls, if possible. There we go. This is a dead end, which was not what I was hoping for, but we do have a champion, and champions are always nice when you're bereft of some kind of consumable, because there's a reasonable chance. Drop a spirit heart. If I could just trade one of these spirit hearts for a key, I would be a very happy man. Never mind, we're good. So, I need now to find the item room. And that is not going to do it. I should shoot all this fire, though, because, well, not only will it save me from walking into it at some point or getting hit by one of the bullets from the bullshit orange fire, there's always a chance we get maybe 1 cent out of this, and we didn't, but there is still the chance, or there was still the chance that we could, so I don't feel too bad. Same thing, we should probably shoot this poop in here. I don't feel too bad about this first floor, to be honest with you. We're going to be leaving with bare minimum, a tiers upgrade, and an HP upgrade in the queue of meat. That's fairly standard, and fairly okay, I would say. For what you'd expect to get on the first floor, or the first 2 floors, technically. And we get Little Gish, which is great. Little Gish is awesome to get in an item room, because then it also opens up like a vanilla item that could show up later, and it's a good passive as well. I guess, yeah, it's a passive, because we don't have to use our active item slot for it. Probably should have tried to blow that enemy up closer to this, so I didn't have to use my last remaining bomb to get a half red heart, which is totally worthless, but half red heart, doesn't that sound like a great name for like an elf or something? No. A great name for a dwarf. Half red heart. I like it. Anyway, it's kind of like Reb Brown. I don't know why, but I guess I'm thinking of Blast Hard Cheese. So, after we kill these bomb-malicious dudes here, we'll pick up another key, which is fantastic. That golden chest is not going to be worth anything for us. It's not a golden chest on that room. It's just the last, you know, key area besides the shop available on this floor. So we're leaving with a tiers upgrade, an HP upgrade, an orbital, and Little Gish. I think that's a pretty solid foundation to build a run on. Obviously, I will be looking for a deal with the devil on the next floor. That's something that, you know, my hunger for deals with the devil cannot be contained. But I'm going to need to perform a little bit better. And you know what? I should have gone to that item room before fighting the boss, because Little Gish would have been a hell of a lot easier if it was actually slowed. So this is apparently the first room I get on the caves or the catacombs every single fucking time. It's always this room. I always take damage. Even if I spend the first half of it dodging fairly adeptly, I will eventually get hit by one of these bullets, or I'll shoot one of the dudes into me because they're so sensitive to knockback. Alright, I don't want to kill him over the hole here, because if he's a champion, he should drop his consumable, even if it's shitty, he should drop it wherever he's killed. So I need him to get, like, onto solid ground here. And he is there. Come on, just move slightly over. This is very tedious right now. I hate to do it, but I really need keys. Okay, suck him back. Suck him back. He's almost here. There we go. We got a penny for that. We got a penny for that. I don't feel that that's adequate compensation. Maybe that's just me. And you know what? This is a very unfortunate position to be in on an Isaac run. You want to have as many keys as possible so that you can optimize your rerolls and plan for rerolling when appropriate, and where you're going to get your reroll, you know, as I call it, the reroll engine from. Unfortunately, we can't really justify opening up this shop when we only have 1 key, so instead I'm going to have to hope that we come across an item room soon. Otherwise, we're just throwing rerolls down the toilet, basically, and, you know, otherwise this is pretty quickly just going to become a standard kind of vanilla run, which is fine, but also it loses that added level of strategy from the reroll. So I'm hoping that we're able to maybe improve upon that a little bit, but we are going to need keys to actually show up, and that's something that has not been easy to come by so far. More like ease key to come by. Alright, that was kind of weirdly gross. It's cum, man. It's a gross word. When you're a kid, so many words are actually, like, innocent to you. I miss that innocence because it opens up, like, a wider, kind of accessible, universal base for communication, you know? You could say cum as a kid and it's not gross. Hey, Jimmy's coming over to my house tonight. Jimmy, when are you gonna come? You should come, Jimmy. Like, saying that as an adult makes me sound like a fucking creep, right? Or at the very least, it's comical. You can't say that stuff anymore. It's like, same with, like, blow is another word like that. You can't say blow anymore without it having some kind of sexual connotation to it. I got nothing against sexual connotations. I'm just saying, you know, I miss those words, man. I want to reclaim those words. We can actually use them for ourselves. It doesn't even make any sense. I don't understand why the completion of an orgasm is called coming as well. It implies like a destination. Which was the chicken or the egg? Which one came first? That was actually unintentional and completely nullifies my existing point, because I thought that was funny. Anyway, in the meantime. I'll worry about etymological issues later. For now, let's check out our item room, which we finally found. X-ray goggles is not re-rollable. Okay, why are spirit hearts showing up all the damn time? Not that I'm complaining, but also keys would also be nice. I'll see what this pill does. Please don't be a health down or a tears down. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it right now. Luckily, we did get a tears up earlier, so, you know, at least there is that. This X-ray goggles could allow me to go into the shop. Oh, it does. It does allow me to go into the shop. That is excellent. Oh, we found enough money to make the shop worthwhile. Okay, everything's coming up Millhouse here. This is Reroll City, population the ladder. Now the coin purse. And that's an interesting prospect. I don't think there was a key in there. I think there's a red heart, spirit heart. I oftentimes get tunnel vision for whatever items are actually in there, so I'm just trying to recap. I make sure if there's a key in there, I actually go back and buy it, because obviously I need that to go to the other item room. Unless there's another secret room adjacent to that, which should be impossible. But anyway, I'll probably just try to reroll the coin purse more and get the compass out of it. I think that's probably what's going to give me the best value. That could be wrong. Like, the coin purse, of course, could be amazing, but it could be 3 tiers down pills, and then, you know, they slap me on the butt and say get out of here with a bad gas or something like that. A very hollow gesture, if you will. Now, we are going to hope... we got a key out of that. I was kind of hoping to get a bomb for once. We're actually missing both of those, unfortunately. And you know what? I will play this until I get down to 15 cents. Why 15? Well, it's of course the magic number, but also we could win bombs. We can get trinkets. Trinkets could be crazy important. On XL floors, we need all the help we can get because we're missing a shop every single time. And which is why I'm gonna, like, go the hard as hell on this shop if possible. Burnt penny's totally fine. That'll give us a lot of bombs if we could actually just, you know, start the chain. We'll probably find some money at some point. Pinky Eye is also really good. Very good, and probably one of the more underrated trinkets in the game, but I think at this point I need to prioritize bombs a little bit over damage. Not forever. I may come back for Pinky Eye before the end of the floor, but we're gonna have to get some bombs first in order to make that worthwhile. So, this is maybe the most important floor in the game. Technically 2 floors, I guess, but this is the most important floor in the game in all likelihood. And I say that because right now, you know, it's like your young adult years. They set the tone for what the rest of your life, or in this case, your run, is gonna be like. You know, if you study hard, or you know, pursue a talent or a hobby or something like that, which can work out very well for you, you're on the right track. If you kind of fart around a little bit, you might find yourself a little bit behind the 8 ball. So we really need to gain some momentum on this floor, I think, and you know, come out swinging, come out strong. Steam sale's not good enough. If we could just get like 1 penny, like this is how it can all start. But we need that 1 penny to show up first. So, you know, to continue the discussion, I really need to pick up a rate of fire increase or a damage increase, ability to fly, damage upgrades, more HP upgrades, anything in those veins would be amazing. Also, I always forget, but more cool tier effects would be amazing. We'll see if it happens. It's a speed upgrade. It may be a range upgrade, it may not. It doesn't really matter to me. The speed is enough for me to justify picking up the syringe without re-rolling it. Also because we're, you know, obviously quite clearly prioritizing that shop for re-rolls, because we'll probably have very few opportunities to actually get those shop items elsewhere. They can show up in secret rooms, or not secret rooms, but mob trap rooms actually. At least like the compass can show up in mob trap rooms. And so can skeleton key, I guess, but that's not really a shop item, so I'm not sure why I brought it up. It's just useful, particularly when you've been as key bereft as I have over this run. Oh, be cool. I really thought we had enough damage to take them out in 1 salvo, but apparently not. If I did, like, Cube of Meat and played Cube of Meat offensively, I probably could. It's okay, though. Easy! Maggie's Faith. Maggie's Faith is better than the Burnt Penny, but there's no value in taking Maggie's Faith before we get down to the next floor, so I might as well try to get some bombs out of the Burnt Penny here first. Ideally, I mean, even if, like, Pageant Boy showed up, normally that would be not an automatic, but probably a likely reroll. But with Burnt Penny, Pageant Boy would actually be amazing for us. Potentially, could give us as many as, you know, 8 or 9 bombs, and I would feel really good about that. Enough money to go to the next shop as well. But first things first, we'll fight boss number 1. Blue Fistula. Might actually be easier than the regular Fistula, but it's also a little bit scarier. Obviously, you've got to avoid the explosions from the bomb flies. I believe that Blue Fistula actually has less fistula parts than the other fistulas. Don't necessarily quote me on that, but I think that's true. So what... I knew that was going to happen. I was going to say what I kind of want to do is get as many bombs out as possible and then just chain reaction the entire thing, but we should stand back. There we go. And we're going to take a little damage overall on this fight. We already have. I don't expect that we'll take any more, but it could happen. And we'll see what we get. Hopefully something I can pick up right away and, you know, can just use on the next boss fight. HP upgrade. We're never going to reroll an HP upgrade unless we're, you know, trying to roll exclusively on Spirit Hearts. And we're not Blue Baby because, you know, Blue Baby would just get a Spirit Heart out of that, which might be worthwhile. So I took damage on Gertie. I don't know what it is about the Gertie family on this run being real dickholes when it comes to actually making it possible or likely for me to get deals with the devil. That's okay, though. We didn't lose any red hearts. I'm not sure if that makes it less likely for us to not get a deal with the devil. Apologies for the double negative there, but I'm probably more sensitive to it than you are, even though I've already expressed many times how foolish I think it is to be very anal about people's grammar. Anyway, let's continue moving onwards here. We are about halfway through the... I'm so mad at myself right now. I just walked straight into Gertie. I almost did it again right there. This is why, like, the Gertie fight is not a test of strength. It's a test of, like, willpower. If you're not doing a ton of damage, then the Gertie fight is most difficult. Like, you become your own worst enemy is what I'm trying to get at, basically, what I'm saying here. It's like the Lit song, completely miserable. No, it's like the Lit song, my own worst enemy. It's like the Lit song. You don't need me to finish that sentence. You all know the Lit song. It's the song from American Pie. Not Laid by James. You know the one. Anyway, that red health is nice, potentially. Let's get it. I kind of want the green nub to take care of the red nub because I don't want to walk into the jaws of the shark here. There we go. Got another HP upgrade. I can't feel too salty about it, but I really do want to deal with the devil at some point. It's the most likely and common place for us to get a damage upgrade, or, you know, various kinds of things that are basically damage upgrades. Mom's Knife, for example, Brimstone, for example. They're not technically damage upgrades, I guess, but they're technically damage upgrades. All right, seriously, don't forget Maggie's Faith. That's a very important thing for me to keep in mind. But also, oh, come on. That's what I was about to segue into, is saying Burnt Penny could provide me with some serious value. Doesn't Burnt Penny sound kind of like a Las Vegas lounge singer? Not Burnt, but Burt Penny. Coming up on the main stage, we got Burt Penny singing the classics from Bing Crosby and Tom Jones. I don't know why he sounds so bored at the casino, but maybe he's just lived his whole life there, man, and he's tired of it. He wants something more. Let us explode this barrel. Please give me the... Oh, well, whatever. We have a range upgrade in our item room, which is garbage. So we rerolled it and got the hourglass, which is in many ways an even greater piece of garbage. If any one of these poops would contain a penny, I would be a thrilled man. Allow me to get some bombs, please. Look at how many, like, bomb-rich areas would, or how many areas would be rich for us, contain riches for us, if we were just able to get bombs. I guess I should reroll the shop. I totally forgot that that was the thing that we're doing. I guess that's where our rerolls will be dedicated from now on, although the item room is free, so kind of makes more sense to reroll that. We are coming probably pretty close to the end of this floor. That's unfortunate because there's a lot left to accomplish here. Namely, if you could just give me a fucking bomb or some pennies, I could start the chain reaction of being, like, self-sustainable on bombs, you know? Oh, there we go, thank God. You know, the rich get richer in many ways. I wish that we could somehow get over there, but it's true, you know? Like, you want to have a good time here, and, you know, you want to do right by the world, but if nobody's going to give you a job interview, how are you supposed to get a job? Oh, well, to get a job interview, you got to look presentable. It's hard to look presentable when you have no money, you know? I'm speaking specifically if, you know, we're talking about someone who's really down on their luck, maybe homeless or in assisted living or something like that. You know, that's basic. I'm not trying to say that I understand the plight of the homeless because of the Binding of Isaac right now, but what I am saying is it's the same kind of, you know, mathematical quandary, isn't it? Isn't it? I don't know why I forgot how to speak English there. It's hard for me to be able to get enough bombs if you can't even get one bomb to start getting bombs. You need money to make money, but no one will give me the opportunity to make money. This hypothetical person that I've made up in my head. This is a very easy Wrath fight here, and, you know, it's all moot at this point, because obviously we're going to get bombs from killing Wrath. Actually, we picked up Mr. Boom, which is kind of terrible. I'll pick it up, and I could use that back here, actually. And I'll probably reroll Mr. Boom. I know I was talking about how important the shop items are for me, but I can't pass up free items. It's just kind of a thing. Okay, we got a Spirit Heart and another bomb out of that. So we're starting our training here on a good note, I would say. We've got 2 bombs. We had to scrounge and fight for them, but that's okay. Let's reroll this bad boy. We got the D20. Well, at the very least, we'll go reroll that red heart. We turn it into a penny, and then burnt penny doesn't do shit with it. Okay. Fuck me, I guess. Now, there was a delicious area over here, but first I have to come back down this way. And we're probably going to get one more reroll. I hope we get one more reroll. If we don't, I'm going to be kind of mad about it. But we also have a second secret room remaining. It's a little tempting to use a bomb to get those, but we're actually not going to get another reroll. So that's fucking that. Didn't really pick up anything of value out of 3 item pedestals, and that's very disappointing. Burnt penny paid out with 1 bomb over the course of this whole arrangement that we had worked out. That is pretty disappointing. So we're going to take Maggie's Faith. Oh, we're not going to take Maggie's Faith yet. We're going to make our way over to where this delicious kind of bomb-rich area was over here. Hopefully we'll get a key and a ton of money out of it, and that money will allow us to pick up... Oh, we've already been to the second secret room. My bad. That money will allow us to pick up a number of bombs that will sustain us into the next few floors. Or it could give us Child's Heart, which is dog shit. Alright, so Maggie's Faith is what we are looking for now. Burnt penny. Sorry, I'm not sorry, but we're leaving you behind. No keys, and what did we pick up? We picked up one of the best trinkets in the game. We'll only get to use it for 1 floor. 2 floors, sorry. This one and the next one, unless it's an XL floor, in which case 1 floor. And we picked up 2 HP upgrades. So that's alright, but we really need to leverage those into damage upgrades sooner rather than later. Alright, so yes, we do have one of the best trinkets in the game. For once, I actually need some Spirit Hearts in order to protect it, but hopefully that ends up being a non-issue. Depths Part 1 means no arcade, so we don't have to worry about, you know, accidentally getting rid of our Eternal Heart here. No keys is really shitty. Taking damage, even shittier. Just taking out the neutral fly so I don't cause myself an aneurysm here. It's okay. There we go. Now I've got them all in one delicious, delicious line. So we're just going to fire some shots in. It's going to be easy peasy. All 4 of them standing very close together. If only we had some more bombs, I could kill them very, very easily. I don't want to get close to this hornet's nest in here. Are you kidding me? Look at this nonsense. They're not even... Okay, we're just going to put a bomb down. Those guys do not fuck around. I can't get over there. It's just chaos. With a K, like the emeralds. Okay, we're going to try for this. Just hold it down. As long as you can get 1 killed, then it becomes easier. Slowing them helps too. Are you serious? One of the guys was able to walk away from my torrent of abuse here? This is kind of ridiculous. It's okay. Hold it down. And then go back to this guy. We still have no keys. Hopefully he doesn't care at all about our plight, apparently. Oh, never mind. Okay. So we will go to the shop. I fully expect to fight Greed. That's okay. This is super Greed. That's not what I signed up for. I have a feeling that this is one of those Isaac runs where we just slowly watch our lives melt away. We're like above average on a health standpoint right now, but I do not really see us pulling out a victory here unless there's some very, very lucky stuff going on in our final floor. Or, you know, on the remainder of this floor. We could still get a deal with the devil on this floor, and with the amount of health that we have, we would notice what we lost in a deal with the devil, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. It's frustrating, like, I shouldn't even be wasting my time shooting these greed heads because, you know, 3 greed heads just means he can't spawn anymore. And that's good, because he can possibly spawn up to 4, I think. But I need to kill some of them just so I can have, like, a brief opening. Oh, fuck. We are... Yep, oh, that should have been our Eternal Heart dead. Shots come out so fast from Super Greed. There we go. With 1 greed head, he can still summon more, but I hope he doesn't. Almost took some fairly deserved damage there. Let's just keep him straight. We got 3 now. Even the greed heads themselves are difficult enough to fight. Super Greed, you're dead. You're dead. How are you not dead? Oh, oh God, I can't believe I haven't been hit. I'm caught in the crossfire. Game parts do not actually talk. We're gonna reroll the quarter. Became Bum Friend, which is kind of fitting, I guess. And you know, we need consumables, so Bum Friend might seem like a good choice. But I think it's a very smart idea for me to not take Bum Friend and instead try to get like an amazing item out of here, because we really need an amazing item out of here. We don't know if we're going to be able to go to the shop on this floor. Or sorry, the arcade. Sorry, the item room on this floor. It all blurs together in my age, kids. Now, that blood bank is unfortunately unplayable as a result of Maggie's faith. It's an unfortunate side effect, but you know, we get a guaranteed HP upgrade, so that's better than a prospective HP upgrade, in my opinion. I walked right into that one. I guess we can go play the blood bank now. And if we get the blood bag, then I won't feel so bad about it. Maybe I should have gone with Bloody Penny. It's okay, though. It's okay. Almost certainly, definitely should have gone with Bloody Penny, or not Bloody Penny, Burnt Penny at this point. Burnt Penny playing in the Mirage this fall. Yeah, we'll reroll the Bum Friend. It becomes the Compass. Okay, that's what we needed, basically. Now, I don't want to go too low on health. I think I'm going to take myself down to 1.5. And even that's a little scary. But, man, we would have so many bombs right now if I just take Burnt Penny. But Maggie's Faith is the no-brainer play. We just couldn't hack it, unfortunately. That's fine. We picked up a decent amount of money. Nothing really to do with it, but that's okay for now. And unfortunately, we can't actually go into our secret room and get to the item room that way. Secret room must be, yeah, in a different location, like over here. There's 3 more cents. Mob Trap room has a red chest in it. The red chest is bombs, so fuck that room. Alright, well, at some point we're gonna have to deal with Eiffel Ooze guys, so might as well handle it now. We're not really looking for rerolls anymore. In fact, quite the opposite. We like to stay reroll-less for as long as possible and maximize the potential of us getting rerolls later, but... Or maximize the potential of our rerolls later. Sorry to talk so much tactics and not really be off on a tangent that much here, but I'm focused on strategy because we're very much on the borderline of like a successful run here. It could happen. It's not looking great. It would be so great if I could actually kill one of these guys instead of just, you know, dancing around them and knocking them all into the ooze state, but not actually killing one. Focus on one. There we go. One's down. You gotta start small and then build it up. There's one more. Loki's Horns. It's never a good thing when, you know, the best items you've gotten on a run are the Compass and Loki's Horns. Actually, I guess Little Gish is probably better, but whatever. Hey, another key. That means the item room is now on the table. Yes, it is tempting to go to the library instead, but I don't think we're going to exhaust the item pool on the library. So instead, we're re-rolling Dead Bird when I get a chance. There are situations in which Dead Bird would be a non-reroll, but those situations are not on the Depths Part 1, kind of getting desperate about what items you need in order to succeed. Dead Bird is, like, again, this is the way I kind of try to deal with it myself. I used to just, if an item was a passive, I just pick it up. But now I kind of run the opportunity cost in my head a little bit, and I'm like, well, worst case scenario, if we re-roll it, what do we lose? We lose Dead Bird. What does losing Dead Bird mean for me if I just get, like, actives that I'm unable to take? Basically jack shit. It probably, like, decreases my chance of success by, like, 2%. Whereas getting a huge item, you know, not necessarily saying it's likely, but something like a Polyphemus or something like that, increases my chance of success by like 25% by itself. So, I think it's a very smart idea. Let's try not to die. Let's try not to die. The second secret room quite often contains exclusively red hearts. Oh, that's really nice too. Fish head, amazing. Fish head, I think it's fair to say, not one of the best trinkets in the game. Unless you have, like, Book of Shadows or something. Or just a ton of health. I don't know. There's probably situations where it's okay. We reroll Dead Bird into Book of Shadows. Interesting enough. I think now, you know, the obvious thing that we do is at least use Book of Shadows on this blood bank. It's pretty unlikely that, oh, fucking Christ. Okay, well, it's fine. We're at least going to get some money out of the IV bag here. Like, a lot of money out of the IV bag. Enough money that, the 2 of diamonds that we hold will take us up to 99 cents. So, you know, I kind of feel like there's no reason not to just pop it right away. And at least, you know, now we have another reroll pedestal, and now we know that the blood banks, I should say, in the future are going to pay out with blood bags exclusively. So that's important information to have. But it's, I would have rather just gotten the HP upgrade there and the speed upgrade and, you know, the extra chance for success instead of, you know, 99 cents, which I only have one more shop to be able to use to begin with. Although we could come across, you know, a judgment. It's not out of the question. In fact, it's fairly likely. We've already seen that mob trap room and what it has to offer, and I don't really like it. Two live bombs. Beautiful. At least they're not troll bombs. Don't take any more damage here. 1 heart is basically where I like to be. And I say that because a half heart is like 10 times as stressful. We're alive, okay. How do I get health? I come back into the room with the slot machine and I gamble until we get some more HP back. If I lose this run, I sincerely apologize. I did go a little bit too hard probably on the on the blood bank earlier, but you also expect red hearts to just fall from the sky. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. This time they have not. But we're going to play until we get at least some more red hearts, because I need to. I need the red hearts, otherwise I'm just fucked, basically. So, oh, well, it could be a full health pill. It's a tears upgrade. That's something. We need a tears upgrade. Why not? That's extra damage. And I apologize if this is a little bit tedious. I'm going to take a sip of my water so I can escape from it. Slot machine is actually potentially very valuable. That red heart is extremely important, of course, but also the chance to get a pretty fly, very nice. Pills, spirit hearts. I just want like one more, at least half red heart, so that I can take more than one hit on a room without getting really scared. There we go, that's pretty good. And also, it gives me the opportunity to, you know, I don't know, not feel like I'm gonna die, if that makes sense. I would love to get a full health pill, of course, as well. I would love to get a key here. There's lots of things that I would love to have happen, but oh well. You know, it's like Austin Powers said in that classic film. I want a solid gold toilet, but it's just not in the cards, is it? Now, the slot machine exploded, so, you know, we've done our due diligence there, obviously. We have 4 hits that we can survive. 2 from a champion. And considering this is the depths, this is where my confidence... Oh my god. This is where my confidence wanes a little bit. Because being on the depths means that there's huge potential for the next floor to be, you know, very much harder if we're on Necropolis instead. I really hope we're not, but there's always that possibility. Do we reroll the IV bag or the Book of Shadows? Honestly, I think they pull from the same item pool. It's not like if you reroll the IV bag, it just instantly becomes the blood bag, so maybe we reroll Book of Shadows. Oh, shit, okay. The Relic is a crazy important item. If we can just live long enough to make it work, there is a pretty good chance that this could help us get out of the doldrums here, so I'm excited about that. That nickel is, you know, the one saving grace of this run. Financially, we good. So I am not gonna risk anything, even a bomb, to pick up that nickel. So 80. Oh, but that spirit heart is very nice. Let's put up. Yeah, we're gonna put a bomb here and try to blow the spirit heart out. Oh, it worked. The nickel went back in, but that's okay. We don't need that. Now there is another tinted rock. This is okay. I lost half of the spirit heart already. That's all right though. We knew that that could happen. This is a very, very important kind of saga that we've got ourselves embroiled in here. Yes! Okay. The fact that we got enough spirit hearts to definitely stand a very good chance of killing Monstro 2 just fine is fantastic and honestly pretty unexpected. So, you know, Monstro 2 is a very easy boss fight, as everyone knows by this point. The most important thing, I guess, is just, you know, be cool. I am going to try to get a little close to him so that my orbitals can do a little bit of damage of their own. But I think I'm only going to try to get close to him when he's slow. So the more little Gish has to do here, the better. Fight's going really well so far. I think it's, you know, partly because using the orbitals offensively has opened the door to do a little bit more damage than I otherwise would. Also, I did get that Tears upgrade pill. There's a chance that this floor could be pretty nice overall. I'm not going to take any damage on this fight in all likelihood, which means a deal with the devil could be in the cards, and it's not. I'm trying to think of how we handle this. I think we take the range upgrade, because an HP upgrade at this point isn't what I need. What I need is red health. So yeah, we took the range upgrade, which is not very good, but we're going to reroll the IV bag in the hopes that we get a passive, which is good, and then we get 2 good passives, or at least like 1 decent and 1 good passive, which is better than, you know, just 1 good passive. Or oh, why? Troll engine gods, I am doing my damnedest to do the right thing here, and you're just taking a shit all over my own rectum, and that's not good. It's okay to have your own poop on your rectum, but not anybody else's poop. It's not cool, man. You shouldn't force anybody to smell or touch or, God forbid, taste your own feces. If they're into it, shouldn't have even gone in there, actually. If they're into it and they're consenting adults, whatever, man. Who cares what happens between, you know, you and another consenting adult, or you and multiple consenting adults, you and, you know, people that might be called clowns, you know, they're professionals, that's fine. Who cares, man? That's your business and my business. So, like, send me a photo or at least like a GIF or something. Ugh, no special rooms that we can gain access to. Gain access to via the secret room, that should be. But yeah, I don't even know what I was saying there earlier. If the game drops poop at this point, I'm gonna be seriously mad. Like the item, the poop. It would be fitting and funny and also fucked up. So, you know, the 3 Fs. This is Tears Down. I don't really like that. I like that we're getting a lot of Spirit Hearts. That's something that I do like a lot. I'm gonna... okay, he still got hit by it. The slowed down chub, besides being my favorite masturbatory maneuver, is also an interesting beast to fight here. Thank you, Green Nub, for saving me a little bit of time. Much appreciated. Probably shouldn't play chicken with this guy. There we go. Got a little bit of health back. Remember, I can't play the Blood Bank unless I, like, independently lose my Eternal Heart, or I want to lose my Eternal Heart. Why would I want to lose my Eternal Heart? That's a very good question that I can't really think of an answer to. The only reason that pops into my head is because it would guilt-free allow me to play the Blood Bank. And I could get a, you know, a Blood Bag, which would give me an HP plus speed upgrade. But I'd rather have a more or less guaranteed HP upgrade via this Eternal Heart than do it the other way around. Definitely interested in fighting this boss, but I can't. I can always go back to the arcade and gamble a little bit and hopefully earn some keys. I mean, it's pretty much my only course of action. And I should have done it earlier because it would mean that I would be able to use my rerolls more effectively. But I'm like, this floor, if this was like a Paradox game, I would have so many minuses on my army right now. My reroll army. What would the minuses be? Curse of Blindness, so I can't figure out where the fuck I'm going. And thus that makes it harder to plan for using rerolls. No keys, and not really super strong, so every room takes a long time to deal with. That is what we're dealing with right now. We have 1 key now. I was very tempted to use it on that golden chest, which would make me a goddamned idiot. Instead, we'll use it on our shop, because it's pretty unlikely having Fog Greed on the last floor. That will fight him again. Not out of the question, but... or I guess we fought Super Greed on the last floor. This has been a very slow run. I no longer record in a way that allows me to see how much, like, time we've actually spent on a run. But I can always see the data. And oftentimes, like, Isaac episodes come out to, like, 100 megabytes using XSplit. And we're already over 100 megabytes. That would probably puts us at, like, 32 minutes or something like that. That's my guess. Maybe right, maybe wrong. I decided to go to the item room instead of the shop. That's actually kind of a good thing. We got Justice out of it. Which means... we got Justice, which gives us another key, and we can reroll this and get Polyphemus. Holy shit, okay. So we got the Relic and Polyphemus. We're starting to run out of excuses if we end up losing this run. But trust me, I got plenty of them. So, Polyphemus, obviously, you know, great damage, lower rate of fire. It's a trade-off that's a very good one. It also gives you, like, a pseudo form of piercing shots, which is quite nice. Don't really need the money, so I'd rather just leave than wait for the creep to disappear. I got bad news for Isaac. It's the real problem with Polyphemus is that now our glasses don't really fit. That's okay, though. I'll find a way to live with it, I think. We're now looking for the shop. Oh, the second secret room, I guess technically could have allowed us to get into the shop, maybe? Maybe not. It's all good. We're going to be able to go into the shop regardless. More keys would still be nice. So many Tears Down pills. We're definitely going to check out our Cursed Room, which contains Guppy's Paw. And the way that we're going to handle this... Do we have a reroll? We do have a reroll. Because it's a free deal with the Devil item, I think we would be really stupid not to... we can't use it again. I thought we could use it on the Eternal Heart. We'd be really stupid not to reroll it and get a free mark. Yeah, that was... this is actually a huge pickup for us. Oh, you know what? This is great, because I was actually worried. I was like, well, I won't be able to get permanent Polaroid... Oh, never mind, because I already lost Guppy's Paw. Well, we still might not be able to get permanent Polaroid invincibility, but I think, again, I'll find a way to cope with it, given the amazing upgrades that we got. Since I came down this way last, we've picked up Polyphemus, a shit ton of Spirit Hearts by way of Guppy's Paw, and the Mark. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. We also got a map to go along with our compass, which is amazing. We will buy the Moon card. We're not going to use it on this floor because we already know where everything is, but that's fine. And I would say that now we can go to the boss room. We have map, compass, Polyphemus, relic. It's amazing. The Mark as well. It's amazing how quickly these things can turn around if you just have a little bit of hope. What did I say last floor? If we have the luckiest last floor of all time, we still might have a chance. Well, we had just about the goddamn luckiest last floor a man could hope for. And in fact, it can still get luckier. I am going to try to get the vaunted Mom Deal with the Devil. And the way that you do that is just teleport out of the room. I bought the Moon card. I can already enter the secret room easily. The only way that this would be more useful for me is if I saved it and then it took us closer to the boss on, you know, a womb or cathedral, etc., etc. But that's a pretty shallow reason to use it when we could possibly get something substantially better out of it. Mind you, not taking damage is going to play a major role in whether or not that seems like it's going to be plausible. Also, I can maybe give myself a shot at permanent Polaroid invincibility by playing the blood bank, you know, one time. We'll see. Oh, probably should not just let the bomb or the mom's shoe fall on me. It's okay though. If we just back it up and around a little bit, we should be able to win. We get meat. Meat's a great item. I'm not gonna not pick that up, even though there's, you know, maybe good reasons. So we're gonna moon out of here. This might give us access to the deal with the devil. Remember, that was my primary reasoning for doing this. Let's come back and see if maybe we can win the blood bag and also maybe get that deal with the devil. Alright, so this is permanent Polaroid invincibility. This is what I was hoping for. We know that eventually this will pay out with the blood bag. Oh, shit, it did. Alright, so despite the amount of health that I lost with Guppy's Paw, we got more than enough back. I mean, we didn't lose it with Guppy's Paw. We willingly traded it away. And I would do it again. If I could get rid of these 3 Spirit Hearts with Guppy's Paw, I would. But I got rid of Guppy's Paw and picked up the Mark. So again, it's hard to feel bad about that. And we got the deal with the devil. And the deal with the devil... I'm trying to think about this one. If only it was not 2 and 2. Because Whore of Babylon could actually work. But the way that it would have to work is we'd have to be on permanent Polaroid invincibility. So I think I'm just going to get Spirit of the Night. If I pick up Whore of Babylon, I might be killed instantly. The other way I could have handled it is take Whore of Babylon, then go back to the blood bank, but the blood bank doesn't exist. Blood bank doesn't exist anymore. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I think we did things a right way. Maybe not the right way, but that's fine. I think we handled it properly. And on the last floor, let's take inventory. Polyphemus, the Mark, effectively a lot more health as a result of Guppy's Paw. The ability to fly with spectral tears attached to it. Damage upgrade by way of meat. The map. Is that it? Is that all we got? Just like 4 amazing items and abilities that give us a great chance of success in the future? That might be it, but... you know, the patented Northernlion luck, positive or negative, in effect here. Mostly positive, as you can clearly see. Let's make our way to the boss room. We may earn another deal with the devil here, which is why, you know, it's maybe not the worst thing in the world to have some extra health. If I guess ideally what I would want is like 1 HP upgrade and then a deal with the devil for 1 HP again. Because I really don't know. With so many Spirit Hearts, it's been a while since I killed myself on a deal with the devil, but with so many Spirit Hearts, would I still die if I took a deal with the devil that took all of my red hearts? My gut tells me that the answer is yes, even though logically it seems like no, but there's a lot of, you know, illogical things that happen in the Binding of Isaac that you just have to kind of commit to memory. So, this should be a very easy situation for us to deal with. Cube of Meat will do damage to this guy. Pretty Fly will not, but that doesn't really matter. And we're not crazy strong, but we're strong. And that's good enough because, you know, as recently as like a floor ago, we were pretty weak, but we've managed to compensate for that adequately, I would say. Couple more shots coming in here. We'll take out Larry Jr., the primary antagonist on this room. That Guts is moonwalking his way out of existence. Never seen that before. Oh, come on. He must have been stuck in the poop, and then I blew it up. That's okay. All right, Blast Assist. I don't really want to use 2 of Clubs yet. You never know. Maybe I'll get more bombs, and then the 2 of Clubs will be more effectively used there. Blast Assist really shouldn't be taking this long for me to whittle down. It's a very rare boss fight, but, or pretty rare boss fight at least, but, you know, from what I remember, pretty easy. I think most of it seems like weirdly mathematically implausible, but I think most of the times when I fight Blast Assist, I have Brimstone or Mom's Knife. So maybe that's why I have that perception at least. You know what? Crate is actually like a totally okay item for me here, I think. We're going to take the Tears upgrade for sure. Effectively, we just got a Tears upgrade, some extra keys, the Lover's card, which is basically worthless because 2 of Clubs is maybe a little bit stronger. But down to the next floor. Obviously not taking Cursed Skull with us. Yes, there's a curse room. Yes, there's an arcade. Yes, there's a boss trap room. Speed up is fine. I could still use that and not feel like that's a detriment. But I don't really want to tempt fate. You know, I do have the relic. I forgot about that. But I don't really want to act like I have more health than I do. I think it's pretty prudent of me to just finish the floor as quickly as possible, get up to the cathedral, finish that floor as quickly as possible, and then maybe we can fart around a little bit on the chest if we're feeling very confident. But I think I haven't yet calibrated my expectations to the quality of items that we got so quickly. You know, it's like leaving like a rural road and getting onto a highway or something like that that has like triple the speed limit. I'm not used to going this fast yet. I'm not used to having this much power behind me. No one, Isaac should have all this power. That's Kanye West actually stole that lyric from me. Most people don't know that because it's a damn lie. Alright, so I have been taking some pretty rough damage. I'll admit, I'll be the first person to admit that. But I did use the 2 of clubs because I knew I was going to use several bombs in the Mom's Heart boss fight. That's very much par for the course. If I could stop knocking the bombs out of the way, I would be much happier with the way that this fight is going. Zombies? Not zombies. Okay, that's always a bad indicator because it means that the engine in the game is like, you're going so slowly, we're going to give you more turrets. And more turrets are annoying, but oftentimes that spurns me on even more. And now we have just continuously firing bombs from Mom's Heart, and we probably will not have to deal with much riffraff. We'll just take out the eyeless ooze guys. Might be some more flies that spawn, yeah. And then we'll just hold down left on the arrow keys here, and that'll be the end of this fight. Alright, very, very easy again. Took more damage than I should have, but that's okay. And we're very close to the boss fight. In fact, we can skip over almost every single room here. Do I really? 99 cents, amazing. Yeah, this is actually very good. Now, here's something interesting. Will we be able to be hit by them jumping when we're over this rock? The answer to that question is a pretty resolute no here. He'll be dead, and now it's time to fight Isaac. And I'm a little bit scared about how this could possibly go, but I think we're going to be okay. I think if we're going to run into trouble, it's going to be against Blue Baby. And perhaps more accurately, not against Blue Baby, but against the rooms leading up to Blue Baby. So what is my concern right now? No permanent Polaroid invincibility is kind of sad, and not a full suite of orbitals, although very close, and that's why I'm standing still, is largely just because I trust the orbitals more than I trust myself. Oftentimes, I think I as often as I dodge out of a bullet's path, I dodge into one, so I think it's almost, if I have orbitals, it's almost more effective for me to just stand still, because a lot of what I would dodge is just absorbed by the familiars anyway. With Little Gish, though, this is obviously a fairly relaxed Isaac fight, honestly. It's not going too badly at all, as long as we can keep him slowed and just hold the button down. We're probably doing like, maybe 3% damage per hit. Maybe less, maybe like 1.5% damage per hit. So it's not a quick fight. Our damage is good, but it's not really, you know, late game good. That's fine. A couple more bombs will expedite the whole process here. We don't quite have enough keys to accomplish everything, but, or on the chest, I mean. But that being said, you know, we are in totally a position where we could just take a spacebar item that actually gives me some offensive or defensive benefit against Blue Baby, or on the chest in general, so we'll see. We have kind of a long way to go to get there, but that's okay. All of these are really bad. These are all, I mean, it's not terrible because we can actually re-roll them, but yeah, they're pretty not good. So we're going to re-roll these. And we're going to re-roll all of those as well. Peeper's Eye is potentially okay, but that's fine. We have an extremely long trip ahead of us here, and that scares the shit out of me. You know what? Famine should die first. Why should Famine die first? Because otherwise, when I try to dodge War, I'm going to get all sorts of bunged up by the avoiding Famine at the same time. We have more than enough speed. That was really bad of me. We have more than enough speed necessary to get the fuck out of War's way, but it's still easier if I don't have to deal with some nonsense along the way. So, slow him. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. With him slow, there's absolutely no way he can catch me. And unfortunately, there's no real way for us to, you know, kind of skirt around the rooms that we have to deal with here. So this is a situation where, unfortunately, because this is not my playstyle, but this is the strategy that needs to be employed, I need to be very focused on every single room that we have, because if I start taking damage on shitty rooms, cumulatively, like that damage, for example, cumulatively, that's going to have a very terrible effect on how things go on this run, because it's going to be, you know, 10, 12 more rooms until we can actually get to Blue Baby. We should be done with Daddy Longlegs here. Come on, come on. Oh, I knew he was going to get one more dig in. Okay. Chubs, this is fine. We're going to save our bombs. I would love to be able to use some, but we don't really have very many. It's really nice shading when Chubs gets Little Gished. It gives him some extra depth. I took some more god-awful damage. This is like It's not quite like a caves room, but it's kind of a caves room, so I feel very bad about taking damage on this. Same, like, I should not be taking damage on Daddy Longlegs. At this point in my Isaac's quote-unquote career, definitely should not be taking damage against that kind of enemy. Honestly, I should have gone and re-rolled right away, but everyone knows that. Okay, weirdly enough, it's actually substantially better to fight one greed as opposed to many greed-like bosses here. I can see my Spirit Hearts. We should get a relic charge on this room. Oh my god, not that it matters, because I'm going to lose more health than I'm going to gain anyway. This is how the world ends, not with a bang, but with a whimper. That was T.S. Harwell from Smash Mouth that said that, I think. I'm killing Envy last because more bombs is good for me. And we still have, again, like 7 or 8 rooms until we find a boss room. Well, we know where the boss room is, we just have to get there. Chocolate milk. The best item nobody picks up, or at least I don't pick up. We didn't get any keys over the course of that, first third of our Odyssey, but we'll re-roll all of these bad boys. Okay, now I'm going to pick up Skeleton Key. It's basically like picking up 1 key. And that gives us Poison Touch, which is actually really useful. And you know what? Little Steve and Harlequin Baby are going to be fairly okay damage providers. And now we can focus our re-rolls on Chocolate Milk. I think we got a decent pickup there, or decent pickups there. So I feel that's okay. It might not seem like those are items I should have settled for at this point in the game, but I do think we're, what did I say earlier? Dead Bird maybe gives us like an extra 2% chance of victory. I think maybe we're at like 50% chance of victory, so an extra, 6% or something like that combined between those items we just picked up makes a big difference. In fact, Poison Touch is actually by far the most effective out of all of them. That one might give us, at this point, like an extra 10% chance, because that'll give us a ton of extra damage on Blue Baby. That being said, it will, of course, cause us to probably take more damage against Blue Baby as well, but proportionally, I think we'll dish out more than we take. If you're wondering why I say we'll take more damage against Blue Baby because of Poison Touch, they might seem unrelated, but of course, the poison damage will cause Isaac's, hit, the, like, mathematical time-to-shoot thing to go off more frequently. Because it's not really time to shoot, it's like the number of bullets that he... Anyway, he absorbs bullets and then he spits them back out in a weird way. So, I should not be taking damage against Super Lust, but due to the weird way that they handled knockback, it could happen. Obviously, a lot of people are probably going to say play the shit out of the Fortune Teller. That would basically guarantee success in all likelihood, and that's kind of lame. I might consider it if I get low on health before the boss fight, but if I don't, then I kind of would just prefer to do this the old-fashioned way. Health upgrade at this point is, it is what it is. It's actually kind of nice, I guess. If we take that extra half heart, we can get hit, or extra heart, we can get hit one more time. So we reroll Chocolate Milk. It's Infestation. I think that's pretty bad. At the very least, even if it's not bad, it's worth rerolling. And I would love to get like an active item that's fine now. It's probably not going to happen. That's okay. We may actually just go straight for the boss fight here. If I end up losing because I didn't go to the Fortune Teller, I'm not going to feel too bad about it, to be honest with you. I'm going to feel like, at least I didn't spend 20 minutes playing that Fortune Teller just to guarantee my victory. Some people are going to be irritated by that. That's all right. There's multiple different kinds of people in the world. Some people will sit there and play that Fortune Teller, guarantee themselves the win, and feel really good about it. But that's like, there's 2 kinds of people in the world, and I respect both of them, even though the analogy that I'm going to bring up doesn't necessarily seem like I would. There's the Mighty Ducks from D2, the one where they have like the Junior Olympics for hockey. And then there's the Team Iceland from the Mighty Ducks 2, where they have the Junior Olympics in hockey. And the Mighty Ducks, they're not the most polished team. They're not the most rigorous team. They joke around a lot. They don't necessarily, they're not 100% dedicated to their work ethic, but they got a lot of heart, right? They succeed in spite of themselves instead of, because of their efforts. And then you get the Icelandic team. The Icelandic team kind of gets shit on in the movie. Or at least, like, tone-wise, because it's like, they're kind of dirty players, but also they're really dedicated. And, they're scientific in the way that they practice, they're hard-working and tenacious, etc., etc. Bisnap is, he's an Iceland from D2, the Mighty Ducks, and I'm a Mighty Ducks, and that's okay. There's respect for both of them, I know Ivan Drago he's a villain, right? Because he's, from the Soviet Union, and he's fighting Rocky, and Rocky's more like, he doesn't actively, like, scientifically pursue his gains anyway. And also, Ivan Drago used steroids in the movie. But anyway, disregarding that, Ivan Drago, he deserves a lot of respect, man. It's still really hard to become, like, the best competitive boxer in the world. He was kind of an asshole. I mean, he killed Apollo Creed, and he wasn't even apologizing about it. But still, you gotta have some respect for the amount of dedication that takes. And that's, you know, on a personal level, I get along very well with this snap. But also on a pseudo-professional level, even though I don't play the way that he plays, I have great respect for the way that he plays. But I'm more of a fly by the seat of my pants, quack, quack, flying V kind of guy. And that's not going to change anytime soon, probably. And that applies to every game that I play, including Grand Strategy, much to my chagrin and the chagrin of my partners sometimes, because I should probably just learn how the mechanics in those games work a little bit more. Did you see that amazing purple shot there? I'm actually, I'm a little bit worried. I probably should have gone and played that Fortune Teller a little bit more, but this makes things very exciting as we come up to the end of this. Holy crap, this is almost a 200 megabyte long Isaac episode. There have been those before in the past, but they're rare. But so is a run like this, where I feel like we've gone on a great odyssey together. It started out pretty badly. We pulled it back for a while, but now it's looking a little bit, you know, not 50-50. It's probably a little bit in my favor. And just, you know, one floor can change everything, as we saw for sure on this run. Very much so. One floor completely changed. It changed a run that was not going well and that I wasn't even really enjoying that much into a run where I got a big smile on my face as we come up to the end here. So I killed him with Poison Touch just to prove that I could. Still got to avoid taking that last hit of damage. I'm going to dedicate that win to Harlequin Baby. Thanks a lot, Harlequin Baby. You were the unsung hero of this run. And there we go. We succeeded. I'm very pleased with that one. I hope you are too. And if you are, make sure to show your support by clicking the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more Isaac in the future. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Are you a D2, Mighty Ducks, or an Iceland?